Hi and welcome back, my name is Emily. Today we're going to create 2 birthday cards using a new stamp set from Trinity stamps called Celebration. I cut all of my images out and stamped them out, and I am going to start coloring. I am using my Spectrum Noir markers to color in today, and I really like the result that I get with my Spectrum Noir markers. I have Copic markers in my stash as well, but I don't have all the colors, and I reach for my Spectrum Noir markers quite a lot. And if you are looking for an alternative markers to Copics, I think you should look into the Spectrum Noir markers. I am really happy with the results that I am getting when I'm using them. They are also alcohol markers, and I have had mine for I think 5 years, and I have had to replace one marker because it dried out, and you can actually refill this as well if you are having those in your stash. But I actually purchased a new marker when mine dried out, and I listed all my color combinations up in the left corner here, just because I think it's really fun when you have a product to see somebody else use them and maybe get some more inspiration for color combinations. I see a lot of artists out there coloring with Copics, listing their color combinations, and I always wish that I were more using the Spectrum Noir markers so I could get some more inspiration. So I decided to list them here for you today. And always when I'm leaving coloring parts in my videos, I have to tell you that I am no expert at all at coloring, but I think it's fun to do, and I think the result is okay. But you can always find better artists out there that are really great at just coloring, and you should really look for those if you want some more inspiration on the coloring part. I just want my images to have some type of depth and dimension and look pretty. So here I'm using some of my favorite color combinations, and of course it has a rainbow theme going on here. And I am using between 4 and 2 markers for all of my combinations here, depending on how big of an area that I am going to fill. So this video is called Something Old and Something New, and here is the reason why. I have in my stash a lot of backgrounds that I created before. These actually, it's a YouTube video on Trinity Stamps YouTube channel. If you want to see exactly how these backgrounds came together, I will leave a link up here in the right corner if you want to watch that after you watch this video. So this is actually a part of that video that I created a year ago, and I have a lot of half-made projects like this in my stash. Sometimes it just is because I see somebody use a technique. For example, Jennifer McGuire, she is amazing on creating cards with different techniques, and I always get so inspired when I watch her videos that I want to create them, but sometimes it isn't my style. So I have the background laying here in a drawer, and I never finish off a card with it. So maybe I should just, after I had actually created these cards for today, when I just digged out those backgrounds and created the finished cards with them, I was so happy, and I love the result, and I love that I have these backgrounds already made in my stash. So I was thinking maybe I should do just a series where I am creating like cards with backgrounds that I already have created that are in my stash, because I know all of you also have all of those amazing backgrounds just laying around waiting to be put on a card. And maybe I should call it something cheesy like dig out your backgrounds or something like that. So let me know in the comment section down below if you like this idea and if this would be something that you would like to see. So here I always slow down the peeling off the release paper from foiling, because that is my favorite part. Look at that amazing shine. And as I told you previously, if you want to see the full video where I'm creating these cards, or sorry, not cards, the backgrounds, I will have it up listed here up in the corner. So I love the foiling result, and it's so pretty. So after I had found these backgrounds, I laid out my newly cut out and colored images here, and I came up with a layout that I really liked. And then I pull out the balloon dies here, and you can see up in the corner what it's called, and I cut the strings off here, and I will adhere them to the backside with some Nouveau Deluxe adhesive, and I will pair them up here and create a cluster of balloons for both of my cards. And you can see on the backside here I actually reused some cardstock that I had messed up my inking with, and then I started to adhere everything to the background. Sorry if you could hear something in background, I just moved around stuff on my desk here. So you can see here all of those arms on this, I think it's called an octopus, right? I adhere some of the cupcakes and everything, and I think it's just so cute that he can hold so many of them. And I will center him off here, and I will put some foam adhesive to the backside of all of this, and then slightly or gently I should say press it down. And I will also use some foam tape to my sentiment strip here, birthday fishes. It's so pretty, and you can see all the fishes in the background. That is why I chose that sentiment. And I will go in with a white gel pen to finish off this image, and I think always when I'm using a white gel pen, that brings the whole image to life. I couldn't care less. I shouldn't say that, but I don't care about the light source. That is not why I'm doing it. I'm just doing it so it has some lighter parts, and I really think that makes a big difference in my finished projects. It would be fun to see a comparison side by side with it, but I think you can see in the finishing pictures that I will leave with you that it really makes a big difference. So for my second card I am doing the same thing. I am popping all of my images up, and you can see actually that I switched the present here, the one you saw me coloring. I thought was a little bit too much red on this card, so I switched the color combination. So you can see that I have a bit of a rainbow going on here. Yeah, maybe not a rainbow, but anyway, some of the colors of the rainbow, obviously. And I put the celebration, or the celebration I should say, over my foiling parts there. And I love that it's white cardstock. I think that really made it stand out against the background. And I colored the balloons with some glossy accent, and then I put this far away from me to dry over the night, because I'm a messy crafter and I know I would put my hand or a paper or something else if I left it out on my desk. So after it had dried, I put both of my card fronts down to my card base, and that is some heavy cardstock from Nina. And I went in with some more glitter on some of the elements for these cards, and I am super happy with how these cards turned out. And if you like these projects, please give this video a thumb up and subscribe to this channel if you haven't done so yet, and maybe leave me a comment down below telling me something. That would also be so much fun. I love reading all the comments, and it means really much to me every time somebody gives me a thumb up or subscribe to my channel or just leave me a comment. I am so thankful, and I'm so grateful that you spent some time with me today, and I hope that you really enjoyed these projects. They were super fun and easy to create. And till next time, I hope you are well. Bye!